SLHDA CEO Nurani Aziz implores hoteliers and SLHDA members to invest in comprehensive insurance for their establishments, as the benefits by far outweigh the risks and expenses. He says insurance is an absolute must.
The hotel industry is undoubtedly an intricate business, where hoteliers face a myriad of hurdles to jump in order to keep their establishments up and running. One of the top priorities that they must ensure is kept up to date is their insurance policy. In an exclusive interview with Hot 7 News, the Chief Executive Officer of the St. Lucia Hotel and Tourism Association, Nurani Aziz, stressed on the importance of comprehensive coverage. He said it is a critical aspect of hotel operations.
If we are not properly insured, we can't do business internationally. For many of the properties that trade with global travel operators, we are required to have not only property insurances, but public liability insurances that allow us to cover any issues that may arise having to deal with guests. So internationally, we're looking at trending practices whereby it is being dictated upon to us what volumes of insurance coverage we need to be carrying in order to even have a conversation with potential consumers in the global market.
Aziz said prudence plays an integral role in the success of a hotel. He said the onus is on hoteliers to keep up to date with evolving times and to ensure that they are adequately insured in the process.
The successful companies are the ones who pay attention to the demands of the global environment in which they operate. So as an association, we continue to encourage members to be cognizant of that. Over the past 3 or 4 years, the SLHDA has made a very deliberate effort in retaining a broker and ensuring that we can continue to provide the guidance needed to our members regarding the importance of what it is, the importance of having the requisite amount of coverage, as well as encouraging them to negotiate as a group to look at how we can gain the best discounts as a result of the coverage that we need.
The SLHDA CEO went on to explain that hotel staff stand to benefit from proper coverage as well.
In addition to the insurance coverages of public liability insurance and property insurances, the SLHDA for 3-4 years now have undertaken a group medical insurance for employees in the industry, and as a result of that group approach, we have been able to negotiate significant discounts on the part of, for the benefit of our employees, as well as negotiate a very healthy variety of coverage in the interest of our members.
The SLHDA is the principal tourism private sector agency on island and is responsible for facilitating tourism sector development and management in St. Lucia. Ophelia Marriott, Hot 7 News.
Salary increases and key fringe benefits are among some of the items that 500 workers of St. James Club Morgan Bay will now be able to enjoy following the 3-year-long industrial relations between the management of the company and the National Workers Union. Solange Alfred reports.
All work and no pay make for unmotivated employees. The National Workers Union, in their continued effort to push for better work environments, fringe benefits, and wage increases, have signed a new collective agreement on behalf of 500 employees of St. James Morgan Club. Deputy President General of the NWU, Solis Myers, says a funeral leave arrangement is among the list of benefits outlined in the new 4-year agreement.
The NW and the management of St. James Club recently signed their collective agreement at the Department of Labor, hosted by the Acting Labor Commissioner, Ms. Cornelia Jean-Baptiste. It culminated in terms of about maybe 3 years of negotiations back and forth. We reached a level of mediation regarding the wages, and we were very happy we were able to conclude at that level. So what it is, it's a 4-year collective agreement. We have an additional year added on. The workers will benefit from various articles within the collective agreement, including an untiered schedule as it relates to redundancy. We were able to negotiate 100% of the service charge going to all of the workers. We were able also to get agreements related to funeral leave, and the wages. The workers are going to benefit from a rate increase over that period, totaling to $1.50. So if your rate is $5 now, By the end of the period, you will go up to $6.50.
The 3-year-long industrial negotiation did play on the nerves of the anxious employees, says Myers. However, she notes a sense of contentment was the overall feeling once the negotiations were completed.
As with anything, the negotiations took a little while. It was a little bit, anxious on their part because they really wanted to see it completed. We had a general staff meeting with them where we reported on the finalization of everything, and everybody appeared to be happy in terms of what we were able to agree on their behalf.
Meanwhile, though Myers sees the agreement as a win for all parties, she says the backlog of outstanding matters before the Labor Department is in need of urgent resolve.
Well, for us at the Labor Department, we have about 50 matters outstanding that date back to about 2013, 2014. So we're still having a little bit of an issue getting a lot of our matters brought forward. What we will say right now is that the department is under transition. We're trying our best to work with the officers that are there right now, but it still doesn't dull the fact that we have a number of matters that are still outstanding and people need resolution, we need clarification, we need conclusion. So we really urge the department to do all within its power to make sure that things are done, steps are put in place to allow people to get some sort of resolution. Because at the end of the day, they are the custodian of the law. Without unions, is the Labor Department any St. Lucian or citizen would have to go to in terms of their rights to get some sort of protection. So we really urge them to relook their operations and do everything within their power to make sure that everything runs smoothly so people have some sort of, conclusion and comfort in terms of their matters.
For his part, Labour Minister Stephenson King, during his Labour Day address, emphasized the need to reinforce legislation which governs industrial relations in St. Lucia, whilst also strengthening benefits gained from trade union action from years past. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred.
Lucilec has been bested in their attempt to stick to the top of the spot of the Carilac Rodeo for the 3rd year in a row. The 6-member team was left in 2nd place after Angelec, Anguilla Electricity Company Limited, walked away with the victors. Ophelia Marriott tells us more.
The 6-member St. Lucia Electricity Services Limited Lucilec apprentice and experienced linesman team headed to St. Kitts on a clear mission. The apprentice team, winners in their division for the past 2 years, wanted to complete the free pit for the experienced team. It was a shot at redemption after going down last year to Dominica. But alas, it was not meant to be. When the dust settled, Lucilec would have to settle for 2nd place in both divisions. The day of reckoning on Saturday, April 20th, belonged to Anguilla Electric Company Limited. The Lucilec team competed against 17 other teams, 11 experienced and 6 apprentice. The 6th event rodeo was held under the theme Caribbean Linesmen Creating Connections, Strengthening Communities. A linesman in the experienced division has more than 5 years in the profession. The apprentice linesman has 5 years and less. Representing Lucilec in the experienced squad was Tommy Adolf, Alpheus Alexander, and Valden Hazel. In addition to the overall 2nd place finish, they claimed 1st place in 3 of the 6 events. For them, success came in the Hutman rescue, fuse cut-out installation, and HV installation. The apprentice team members of Godwin Bryce, Sherrick Anthony, and Neri Joseph walked away with 4 event wins in basketball, Hutman rescue, HV installation, and HT fuse installation. It was a bittersweet end for team captain Bryce, who moves up to the experienced division next year. During the presentation ceremony, Carilac recognized 4 Lucilec supervisors for committed and dedicated service on the Carilac Rodeo Management Team. Terry Popo, Lazarus Alphonse, and Justin Small received accolades for their work in 2018 to 2019, and Michael Ambrose for 2015 to 2019. The Linesman Rodeo was co-hosted by Skelec, St. Kitts Electricity Company Limited, and Nevlec, Nevis Electricity Company Limited. Ophelia Marriott, Hot 7 News.
Thank you, Ophelia. It's now time for the sports news with Tennyson Glasgow.